Now we're going to multiply decimals by 10. But first, let's think about multiplying whole numbers by 10. So our first question is 7 times 10. We know that the answer to this is 70. And you might have been taught that when we multiply a whole number by 10, we can just put a 0 on the end. This method works for whole numbers, but isn't going to work for decimals. So let's think about 7 times 10, but let's use the same method that we're going to use when we multiply decimals by 10. So we can write out the number 7 with the decimal point at the end, because remember, there's really an invisible decimal point on the end of every whole number. Then we can copy down the decimal point. We're multiplying, and when we multiply by any number larger than 1, our number gets bigger. So we're multiplying by 10, which has 1 0, which means that the digit is going to move 1 square to the left. So if we copy down this 7 1 square to the left, we now have an empty space between the 7, that's now 7 tens, and the decimal point. We know that the digit before the decimal point is always the ones digit, and we can't have an empty ones column, so we need to write a 0 in this empty square. Now we have 70 and the decimal point at the end, so our answer is 70. So let's think about 0.7 times 10. We can write out the decimal and then copy down the decimal point. We're multiplying, so the number is going to get bigger and the digits are going to move 1 square to the left, because there's 1 0 in the number 10. So if we copy down the digits 1 square to the left, we now have 0.7 and the decimal point at the end. So our answer is 7, because we can ignore the 0 in our tens. So notice, when we had 7 ones times 10, our answer was 7 tens, or 70, and then when we had 7 tenths times 10, our answer was 7 ones. So what's really happening is the digits are moving 1 square across to the larger place value. So what is 0.9 times 10? We write out the decimal, copy down the decimal point, and move the digits 1 square to the left. Now the decimal point is at the end, so we have a whole number. That's 9. Now 3.5 times 10. We write out 3.5, copy down the decimal point, and move the digits 1 square to the left. Now the decimal point is at the end of our number, so we have a whole number. That's 35. Now 30.5 times 10. So we write out 30.5 and copy down the decimal point. We move all of the digits 1 square to the left. So now we have our decimal point at the end, so our answer is 305. And it's really important that we don't leave out the 0, because we need to show that this 3 is now in our hundreds column, not our tens column. Finally, 35.3. We write the number out, and to multiply by 10, we copy down the decimal point and move the digits 1 square to the left. Now the decimal point is at the end, so we have a whole number. That's 353. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that was helpful. If you're a teacher or a parent, then please subscribe or go to keystage2maths.com to download resources for this lesson and many more. That's all for now. I'll see you in the next video.